press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update.
Hello my dear students, welcome back to the classroom. Today I am going to start with a new chapter, water. See, water, the life in the universe originated in water. Without water, no living organisms will lead a life in this universe. And water plays a very important role in both the plants as well as the animals, and even though the microorganisms which we can't even see through our naked eyes, and thereby the water plays an important role. See, before going to the chapter, let us learn about the key learning points here. See, this is all about the key learning points. See, one by one we will discuss uses of the water. See, there are varieties of uses will be there, and uses is made only with the help of water, and we use the water in many much daily routine activities for washing cloth, for washing different types of objects. With the help of water only these objects can be clean, and thereby for planting the trees also water is essential, and water plays an important role. And next one is the evaporation as well as the transpiration. Evaporation takes place only when the sun rays fall on the water, then the water heated up, and thereby evaporation will be takes place. See, consider if the water is present here, and when the sun rays will be fall onto the water, say water, then the water gets heated and thereby evaporates. Slowly it will be evaporates, and this process is known as evaporation. And another one is the transpiration. See, many times I told you the definition of the transpiration and how the transpiration will be takes place in the plants. See, transpiration is nothing but water vapors will be comes out from the leaf, and thereby the term is known as the transpiration. And next one is the sources of the water. See, sources of water means lake and places of the water, that is lake, ponds, sea, etc., ocean. These are few examples of the sources of the water. Next one is the water cycle. See, water cycle, where we can see that the cyclic process of the water will be takes place: evaporation, condensation, then again it will falls into the falls like rain to the earth, like that. This type of a cycle is known as water cycle, where the water comes back to the earth and it will again goes back to the sky, and thereby this process is known as water cycle. Say, transformation of water into the ice, water as well as the evaporation, that is condensation, evaporation as well as the cooling will be takes place, and this is known as the water cycle. Next one is the water conservation. See, how we conserve, we have to conserve the water, otherwise this water is very it will extinct means it will not present in the earth. So that there are various different types of conservation techniques or the steps will be there. In this chapter we also learnt about the water conservation, and next one is the rainwater harvesting. See, rainwater harvesting, which is very important, and we have to conserve, and we have to store in a large tank, so that these water, when the rain will fall, and these will be collected in a particular container or any dam or any tank, so that these water can be utilized for washing the cloth and washing the utensils. Like that we have to conserve, and we have to make into the rain as a rainwater harvesting. See, these are the different types of key learning points which is related to this chapter, in which first one is the uses of the water, evaporation as well as the transpiration, sources of water, water cycle, water conservation, and the rainwater harvesting. These are the key learning points. See, life originated in the water. Life couldn't have been possible without the water. Water is essential for plants, animals, and human being is also a we call it as the ancestor of the monkey, and so that we also include in the animals. And not only the plants and the animals require the water, but also the microorganisms or the microbes will be very much necessary for utilizing the water. And see, plants, animals and even the microbes or the microorganisms will also generate, or regrowth will be takes place with the help of water only. Some of the microorganisms which are useful to us, and some of them are harmful to us. And beside these useful as well as the harmful of the microorganisms, to survive these microorganisms, water is must. And see, all the living things, all the living beings required water, and it is very essential to lead a life in this universe. And nearly around 3/4 of the earth see 3/4 of the earth is covered with the water. Earth surface, see 3/4 of the earth surface is covered with the water. And also around and water makes up 70% of our body. See, 70% it will make up to our body. See, water makes up 70% of in our body. The water content is 70%, and remaining all the different types of chemicals and different types of constituent which are present in our body. And here, and 95% of see 95% of water contains the fruits as well as the vegetables, which contains 95% of water. %. Fruits and vegetables. So that's why usually when we are becoming ill or any disorders comes to in our body, then doctor usually suggests their patient to drink lot of water, and also along with them along with the water, fruits as well as the vegetables we have to eat, so that it contains the 95% water. And due to the disorder and illness in our body, there the water content will be very less in those days. And so that if we eat the fruits as well as the vegetables along with the water, then our body makes up, and so that there is a lot of diseases or disorders will be minimized. And see, this is all about the water. And what comes to your mind when you think of the ice gully, ice lolly, rain, and also the snow? When you heard these terms, you think that of the water. These objects or the substance which is made up of a water. See, this is how we can say that water is very essential for all living organisms. Not only the plants, not only the animals, not only the human beings, but also the water is essential for the microorganisms or the microbes. And these microbes, sometimes we can't even see through our naked eyes. It only see under the microscope. And these microorganisms also require the water. And usually the living creature like jellyfish, you heard that word jellyfish. aquatic organisms which live in the water, and usually this jellyfish is made up of a 95%, 99% of water, and remaining 1% the other chemicals or the other substance, constituent substance these jellyfish is made up of. And see, the water is made up of 75% water is made up of the fruits as well as the vegetables contains 95% of water, and nearly around 70% of our body makes up the water, and thereby we can, when we become the ill or sometimes it disorders comes to in our body means we have, so the doctor usually suggests that patient to eat the fruits as well as the vegetables, so that it helpful for body to maintain the or to minimize the growth of a microorganisms, and so that it contains the 75% of water. And this is the importance or the why water is very essential for the organisms. And next we shall move on to the uses of the water. See, we all know that uses of the water in our day-to-day life, we learnt about how the importance of the water, uses of water will be takes place, and without water we can't even survive a day. See, sometimes if we live without water means there are it is acts as a coolant, so that it will cools our different parts of a body, and there are life process activity will be takes place in our body like digestion, respiration, as well as the digestion, excretion, respiration, and also the excretion. See, these are the main three life processing activity which are taking place in our body, and beside this there are many more life processing activity will be present in our body. And see, the digestion. See, digestion where the breaking of the food particles will be takes place in our body. For this condition also we have to take the water. And respiration, the carbon dioxide is removed from our body, and thereby we have to intake the oxygen, and this is known as respiration process. And next one is the excretion, removal of the waste particle from our body, and it requires the water. Water is very essential for life processing activity. See, this is how we can say that there are many uses of water will be present. Uses of water. See, water is very essential for all living organisms, that is in plants, animals, and microbes or the microorganisms. See, the water is very essential. Water is used in the agriculture and for irrigation purpose. Water is used for agriculture and irrigation purpose. See, agriculture purpose as well as the irrigation purpose, water is must. And usually when the water is supplied to the agricultural field, then the growth of the plants will be takes place. We get the many plant products like plants, many plant products like wheat, rice, wheat, rice, pulses, vegetables, fruits, etc. All the plant products which contains the these objects or these substances like wheat, rice, pulses, vegetables, fruits, these are the plant products. When the water is supplied to the agriculture and also the irrigation purpose, these product or these substance we will get. And usually these substance will be helpful for our growth as well as the development of a body of a living organisms, even the human beings as well as the animals. And see, this is the uses of the water. And some fibers what we use for making the fabric is also comes from the plant. See, beside these food items like vegetables, fruits, wheat, rice, there are some other fibers we will get from the plants. See, as I told you in the chapter 3rd, see, we get the fiber from the fabric to make the fabric. See, as we learnt in the 3rd chapter about fiber to fabrics, in which we learnt about the how the plants will be grown and what are the conditions to grow the plant like cotton. If we grow the plant like cotton, then we get the fiber, and so that this fiber we can make it use to make a fabric. And thereby, beside these food items like wheat, rice, vegetables, fruits, some plants will also contains the fiber which we make use of the for preparing the fabric. And also water is used for the industry. See, beside these uses, water is also used for the industry purpose for preparing the many things. Water also used in industries for preparing many things. So this much allowed from these uses. There are many more uses will be there. And see, water is not only uses for plants as well as the animals, even though for to construct or to making for many food items and many other objects, for preparing the objects in industry, for preparing the things, water is very essential. And this is all about the uses of the water. It participates in life process in the 3 ways: by taking part in the biochemical reaction, and acts as a coolant. Biochemical reaction, by releasing the chemicals for digestion of the food items. And here the biochemical reaction which are taking place in our body also. And here the water acting as a coolant. See, coolant is nothing but, see, the water acts as a coolant. When we drink the water, then the all parts, when it is get heated up, then the water will be makes the body parts to become the cool, and so that it is water is also called as a coolant. It will cool the different parts of the body when different life processing, during the life processing activity, the body parts will become the heated one. And so that water acts as a coolant. When we drink the water, these parts will be cooled down, and so that the water is considered as coolant. And by acting as a medium, see this one, the water is acts as a medium also for different process in the body. And next we shall move on to the uses. Beside the being essential for the life, water is useful to us in many other types, in which first one is the water is used in our daily basis like drinking, bathing, washing. Drinking, washing, bathing. See, this is the first uses where we seen the uses of the water in our daily life. And next one is the water is used for cooking as well as the cleaning purpose. See, cooking and cleaning purpose. See, if the objects say the instrument or the objects will get dusted, then we take the water. With the help of water, we can remove the dust and the dirty portion of the object by using the water. And usually without water we can't even cook the food items. In every part of a cooking food items we take the help of a water, so that for example in boiled rice also need the water, and sambar like different types of curry we have to use the water. And next one is the water is used in the agriculture. As I told you, water is used for agriculture and irrigation purpose, so that the plants will be growth and development will be takes place in the field, and thereby we get the many things from the plants like vegetables, fruits, grains, pulses, and etc. These are the different plants product which we get from the plants only, and by using the water, and thereby agriculture field which requires the most of the water compared to the other field. And next one is the water is used for the industries to make the almost everything like paper for see industrial purpose. The water is very essential, like for preparing the paper also require the water, and rayon, different types of plastic items, and which requires the water, petroleum refineries, fertilizers, even the fertilizers which play an important role in the agricultural field. See, fertilizers will be fertilized the plants, so that when insects will be bite onto that, when sit on visit to particular plants, so that it will destroy the whole crop. So that for making the fertilizers also the water is very important. See, in the industry, fertilizers, for manufacturing of the fertilizers, papers, rayon a type of a artificial made fabric, and see, these are the uses of the water. See, one by one I will tell you. First one is the water, uses of the water, in which we use the water in very much in our day to day life. For routine activity we use the water. For drinking purpose, when we become the thirst, we can't even drink the oil. See, it is also the liquid, whereas the water is also a liquid. We can't even drink the oil, since it is not made up of a water. And water, so that we during the thirsty we drink the water, and washing purpose we require the water. And next one, for bathing, the animals also water is must, and even the human beings also use the water for bathing purpose. And next, cooking and cleaning purpose water is very essential. And next is the agriculture. See, agricultural field and the production of the crop and plants will require some lot of water compared to the other field. And these for growth and development of a plant which gets the plant product like wheat, vegetables, fruits, etc. These are the plant products we get from the agricultural field. And next one is the industries. See, industries will also use the usage of the water. See, in the fertilizers, paper and the rayon. See, for fertilizers, usually farmers sprinkle the fertilizers to the crop, so that the crops will having which is a disease free crop will be produced, and so that there is no action of the or the activity of the microorganisms on the crop, and so growth and development will be increases. And usually the farmers will fertilize the crop. And here in the industry, fertilizers, paper as well as the rayon are usually prepared. And these are the uses of the water. See, this is all about the uses of the water. See, even though beside these uses, So microorganisms which also play an important role in our life, like lactobacillus bacteria which is present in the curd also require the water. So water content will be present so that it will growth will be takes place, and some harmful bacteria will be present in our surrounding which can't be seen through our naked eyes, and even though the growth of these organisms will be takes place with the help of water, moisture content in the atmosphere which play an important role in the water. And like that, these are the different uses of the water, and from these uses we can say that life without water we can't lead a life in the universe. And not only the human beings, animals and different types of birds and plants will also require a lot of water. And this is all about the today's class. In the next class we will learn some more concept about this water. Thank you.